that. I like 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 that.
All right. Hey, Chandra.
Lord, she in my living room?
Hey.
Look, I just had that up. Like,
Hey.
in my living room. What you doing in my house?
Hey, we all live together.
That's right. Amen.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
She's in my house in Houston.
Right. We love Houston.
Lord, y'all, what is going on in America, Jesus?
Oh, Lord.
He'll be on soon. He probably having lunch right now, dinner.
You know,
it's crazy.
The Chinese people acting, white people acting,
everybody
acting.
I said,
gotta be careful.
Well,
everybody acting.
I had to catch that real quick, Sean, to see what you made me do.
That's 7 days.
Ain't nobody safe.
Yeah.
Well, and let's acknowledge, Sean, I'm glad you brought that up. That is sad. That is sad when somebody gets killed because of their skin color. That is just sad.
Well, yeah, that is our last subject. Y'all know why.
Okay, I know, but you gotta acknowledge
it. Yeah, we're gonna acknowledge it. That's our last subject. We're gonna get to it.
But what I don't like.
Y'all want to start talking already? Y'all could go to the first subject, which is the milk recall. It's the milk recall in New York.
Yeah.
They recalling milk in New York. So
what happened to the milk?
Subject that y'all need to be on. The milk recall in New York. So
what happened to the milk? Did it spoil? Or?
I have no idea. They all the cow pus they allow in the milk. Have y'all ever seen the video on
cow pus?
On cow pus being in your milk, it make you not want to eat milk, anything made with milk ever again.
Let me tell y'all, I stopped. It was a guy on TikTok. He's a good, smart man from what I can see, nutrition wise. But anyway, he talked about the cow pus, but then he talked about this. He said, "Well, why are we drinking cow milk when we ain't cows?" And I said, "You're right." So the only milk I drink is hemp milk, which is made from hemp, oat milk, and that's it. I don't drink no cow milk.
You love some damn hemp.
Yeah, I tell you, hemp can do a lot of things. That's why I was telling people, all this illegal, marijuana being illegal, you can make so much stuff from hemp.
How does hemp milk taste?
It's almost like oat milk, well, the same consistency. I actually like it better because it doesn't have that flavor of oatmeal or like almond milk. It's very watery. It's more of a cow milk consistency. I get it at Whole Foods. It comes in a box on the cereal aisle. I might get y'all some and try it out.
Yeah, get where you get hemp milk from?
Your Whole Foods. Well, I think Kroger sells it, the big Kroger by the mall, but I do know Whole Foods sells it. So yeah, all that stuff they telling us, man, please. We ain't supposed to be eating no cows.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean, what you drink?
Wine.
I don't
Right,
drink milk at all.
She drinks
I'm
wine.
lactose,
That's what she drinks.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Well, you ought to try hemp milk. Hemp milk is pretty good. I mean, it's not. It does. I don't know if it has lactose in it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I've actually going back to cows on it. I've actually reduced and almost eliminated any red meat consumption. People wonder why our community has all these health issues and cancer and all that. I want y'all to try to think about this for a minute. When you think about what they feed cows and pigs and all that, like all these hormones and things that they give them, and then we eat them, we are eating the cancer. I want you to go to TikTok tonight, go on TikTok or YouTube, and look at pus or put in infected red meat. They'll take the pus out and all the infection out of the cow meat and feed it right to you. And we wonder why we got cancer and all these issues. Man, please, you couldn't pay me to eat no red meat too much now. How both of y'all on the phone? I can't have both of y'all on the phone.
I'm not on the phone.
I'm
I'm
not.
about to say, dang, Chandra.
I had to.
I was sharing something.
I'm actually working.
Well, you can
I
work
was
and talk. Tell them we got your time for the next hour.
Well, y'all, with this milk, I just don't want to drink milk. I think everything is bad, you know. And I'm serious. That's probably why we're living longer because they have medicines to help us fight off the stuff that's killing us. That they also make the stuff that's killing us.
Yep.
So we're living longer, but still, everything that they make, even sugar. And sugar, if y'all saw what come in the sugar,
man,
Lord
I want y'all to do this
mercy.
tonight. Go YouTube, Pastor Jamal Bryant, New Birth Church in Atlanta. Go YouTube him tonight and let him talk to you about sugar.
Man,
We're gonna break it down for you.
He ain't got to talk to me about it. I worked at the factory.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
I know what happens to sugar. The same sugar you eating, the ones you thinking that's one sweeter than the other one, ain't none of them sweeter than the other one. They all the same.
Chemicals.
Ain't none different. You get one, you say Dixie Crystal, another one say Publix.
Right.
Ain't no different. They just put them in different bags. That's all
That's
it
it.
is.
That's
and
it.
people think, oh, that get me Dixie Crystal because it's sweeter.
No, same thing.
It's the exact same thing. But the milk, that milk is terrible, and I don't know what what can be done. But that milk is. I don't want to even see no more milk. I guess I was drinking almond milk for a while, so I'm gonna have to go back.
It's too watery.
Huh?
It's too watery for me. Try that hemp milk.
Well, I like a watery milk. I don't like nothing thick. You say hemp milk is like oatmeal.
Hemp milk is just it just have a different kind of. Matter of fact, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna show it to you.
Hemp milk. This man got some hemp milk. That sounds like something you'd be talking about eating in some edibles.
Yeah, well.
Oh, and you got coconut milk too. So I got coconut milk, but this is hold on.
Well, coconut milk don't sound bad.
Yeah, coconut milk. I got that in there too. Let me turn my thing off so y'all can see. There we go. But that's it right there.
Hemp milk. How does it pour out though? It pours out.
No, he gonna make me do all that. Hold on, let me see. And this, guess what? This is the chocolate version.
Yeah, chocolate hemp milk.
Yeah, hold on, y'all.
How you make milk from hemp?
I told you. You can do anything from a marijuana plant. Hemp got a lot of properties. Make
milk
out of hemp. Yeah.
Milk.
Yeah, milk, all that. So here you go right here. It don't look no different than cow milk.
That's hemp milk?
Yep.
Oh, that's watery. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But it's not as watery. Like almond milk is just pressed Screw the almond. I don't.
Well, I like the fact
And
that
that's what
it's
Chandra
almond.
drank. Chandra, there go your milk.
Yeah, that's her milk.
Y'all know I hadn't been even drinking much lately. Shit. It
ain't good for your liver.
I've been so stressed out.
Don't you
No,
start that mess.
don't let nothing
You
stress
blessed
you.
though.
Drinking ain't gonna help it. You gotta deal with whatever it is and get
That's what
through.
I'm saying. I've been so stressed out I hadn't even been drinking.
What in the world is this? Okay, well, y'all, that's our first thing was the hemp milk. Well, what? Not
the
hemp milk,
the
the
call,
regular milk. I'm gonna try that hemp milk, so I can
Yeah.
eat that hemp milk with some cereal, right?
Oh, I love it. Or oatmeal or coconut milk. I just don't drink no cow milk. Ain't good for you. Period. We are not cows.
Yeah, when
We're
I
just
saw
not.
that they pressed the
But
thing on the side of the cow where all the pus come out,
No.
I said they
but
let some of
but
this
they
get into the milk.
recommending these people with the shortage on baby formula, they're saying, well, you can give your baby whole milk for a few days,
No.
I'm like, you know what?
And
Those
think
babies
about it though.
break out.
Think about it. Honestly, and Chandra, you speak to this because you know more, but when a child is born, it's probably better to give them breast milk.
Exactly. I breastfed all of my children. And this is the reason why, women should start out breastfeeding their children, at least for the first 2 to 3 months. I don't know why women got away from this, but this shortage on formula needs to jar women into starting to breastfeed their children again, because God gives us natural milk that is made for your baby.
Right.
And stop denying your baby your breast milk and all of these nutrients. Breast babies are smarter babies, they're healthier babies. There's so many antibodies that protect your breastfed child, so I will tell anybody, I breastfed all of mine, and until they wanted to wean off. So but a lot of these girls, they want to be back out, living their best life and whatever, but slow down and take care of your kids. That's all I can say.
Okay. Slow down, take care of your kids. Don't give them no titty milk.
Exactly. I mean,
Y'all.
who thought that something like this would happen? I mean, all of this stuff is it's just crazy stuff happening across in the world.
Well,
but all the chemicals that we've been consuming and all the foods that we eat causes the makeup and the DNA of our bodies to affect the newborn kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they come in the world with more allergies than ever before in the world.
Right.
Now.
Yep.
Yep. So it's a trickling down effect that just is crazy. And that was 3.
Yeah, it's a lot. But
okay.
And you mix that with the idea of the things we're going with through COVID. I mean, it's a lot of, and we say this, and Chantel talk a lot about this too. But we don't address mental health well enough. People don't take it seriously, and then people end up, well, like you said, and not you, Shirley, but people end up allocating substances like alcohol and all that, and then we want to wonder why. Well, hell, you never stop to think about the trauma, and then that's past trauma. So. How do we deal with that? I don't know. It's just it's a major, it's a complex issue.
Yep, it definitely is. It definitely.
Okay, next subject. Ooh. What is it? World's richest family loses $19 billion this week.
Man, I wish one of them was cheating with me.
Y'all know who the world's richest family is, right?
Who?
The Waltons.
Bezos?
The
No.
Waltons. Family.
Oh, you
Family.
talking about
Family.
the Walmart people?
The Waltons.
What?
Right.
Yeah. How did they lose that much money?
All
What
the
is it?
stock. You have not been going out of the house to go to Walmart. They lost your business. So if you're not going to Walmart, then they're gonna lose business. If a lot of people are thinking just like you and not going there because it's, you know,
Amazon.
Yes.
you know,
I do 85% of my shopping on
yeah,
Amazon.
yeah, Amazon. My wife get a package every day. I don't know how she do it.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
I don't know what the
Yeah.
hell. Man, she get a
Well,
package
shopping is
every
fun.
day.
I want my royalties Amazon.
Yeah. I mean,
But they lost $19 billion this week. So what y'all thinking? 19 billion. They're worth, the family's worth 212 billion.
well, I'm not crying for Walmart. I'm not crying for that family. You know.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why Sears and Kmart went out of business is because they didn't adapt. And what I mean by adapt is they never had an online presence. So you get extinct. If Walmart wants to remain competitive, if Walmart wants to rebuild, you better very much quickly invest in identifying your digital footprint. What I mean is you better compete with Amazon, because shopping the next 5 years, you won't be leaving your house. How cool is it that I can have my groceries delivered right now by Instacart? Or I can order a plunger for my toilet on Amazon. It'll be here tomorrow. Yes. I mean, why would I leave my house?
You know, and the way, I mean, when you look at people being murdered, going to get popsicles, you know, what is the incentive for me to go into a big box store? Yeah. That's going to be a no for me, dog. So, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I got to go to Walmart. I guess that 19 billion because I haven't been there in a couple of weeks, but I guess I'll go and help the Waltons out. They need a little bit of money.
A little cones.
Yeah. Well, they not helping us out.
Whatever I'll contribute, I need some light bulbs. So, you know,
put on Amazon. It'll be here tomorrow. And get the LED light bulbs at that.
Yeah, you're right. I should go to Walmart.
Energy efficient. Get your LED light bulbs. That's the PSC coming out of me.
There's 3 different types I need because I got some ceiling fan bulbs, and they got 2 different sizes on ceiling fans. And there's one in the
you can get anything in LED. Anything.
One in the master bedroom over the mirror.
Yeah.
So I gotta get those fixed.
Yeah, LED.
The ceiling fan, they got 2 different. I don't know how these people put different. They just don't care no more, I guess.
But all right, producer, next subject.
Yeah, I'm trying to get something loaded. Next, but y'all finished with the Waltons? Y'all not sorry?
Yeah, I'm good with them. I mean, I ain't gonna talk bad about it. Listen, I'm a fundraiser. I love the Waltons and their foundation.
Yeah. I can't feel sorry for billionaires.
Yeah.
You know, who I feel sorry for is their workers.
Well, do you think prices going up, or you just gonna go there more? Prices got to go up. They lost $19 billion.
What they've been going up consistently, and there's no real reason why. You know, if they are worth 200 and whatever billion dollars, they could have absorbed some of this. I'm not saying continuously for long periods of time, but for a short period of time, they did not have to go up so extreme, you know, on everything in their store. But they did.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, if you ain't gonna shop Walmart, you're gonna shop Amazon. So those 2 people, you know, they're some of the richest people in the world, and individually. So you know, ain't no feeling sorry for them. You just go there. If you feel like it's cheaper there, you go there. Or you go to Costco. Or you go to wherever and get whatever you need.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
yeah, it is what it is. And they didn't. I tell you right now, the family didn't feel the pain of that, and that's the
No.
beauty. That's the beauty of owning a business, that they didn't feel the pain of that. They're not going to lose any money. What loses money is the company, right? So what that becomes. Let me tell you how. This is why everyone should own your own business, whether you do anything with it or not. That 19 billion is now a write off.
Mm-hmm.
Look how that worked. They didn't lose any money individually, but now on my tax return, that's going to be a bigger return on that investment called taxes. It's a
Exactly.
brilliant, it's a tax, it's a big old tax system that's built from the Reagan era. So hey, that's why I tell folks, get you, if nothing else, get an LLC. If it don't work out, let's say for example, Chandra, you got an LLC and writing proposals, and you help a friend write a proposal tomorrow. You charge $500 an hour for your consulting fee. They didn't pay you. That's a $500 write off.
Yep. I mean, I've had a LLC since 1999 because I decided that I'm just going to do what the wealthy do: hide, write off, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I do.
you're supposed to use it to your advantage. If not, that's what they wrote the tax laws for. They know we're not going to look in the books and do it,
Right.
but you did, and we're so proud of you.
Yeah.
Linda says she brought milk for the first time in forever. Pour it out and go get you some hemp milk, Linda.
At Whole Foods. If you're in
At Whole
Savannah, on
Foods.
Victory Drive.
Yeah. He's
Get
doing
on
the
one of the
commercial
aisles.
for it.
It is not in the milk section. It sits out in, I think, by the cereal, because it just stays. It can stay. What do you want to call it? Room temperature. And guess what? It lasts longer. So I got this, y'all. I know I
How
had
much
this.
it costs?
Huh?
How much does it cost?
About $4. It's not expensive. But I've had this for 3 months.
$4.
It doesn't expire until September.
Oh, okay.
I haven't said neither am I crying for Walmart. Not enough cashiers at the checkout. You're right.
I ain't say go to Walmart, my good.
You be so mad that you go through the self checkout yourself. I didn't used to use it. I used to make them bag my stuff if I'm paying.
No, they go to self checkout. You save a whole lot.
They're gonna be.
I don't know how it happened. Charlotte, tell them how they save.
Oh, let me tell you how. Oh, okay. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Huh. If I got to check myself out, I'm gonna be on y'all payroll.
Yeah, they need to pay somebody.
I pay myself.
Man,
Linda says she's not going to Walmart for hemp milk.
No, you go to Kroger or you go to Whole Foods.
Kroger, Whole Foods. Okay. Well, you go there, Linda. Our next subject: Recorder's Court judge candidate gone crazy. Y'all don't know about this here, but I'm gonna tell y'all about this here. In Chatham County, Georgia, you got an angry little pipsqueak of a attorney running for a Recorder's Court judge, and he is assailing his two opponents, but he's after one in particular that is the most appealing to our community. So this attorney, Anthony Burton, is yesterday he appeared on Alicia Miller Blakely's show. He didn't appear. He has been talking about one of his opponents, Judge Joe Hoffman, for appearing on Alicia Blakely's show. So by him appearing on the show, Joe Hoffman came on the show, so Anthony Burton got mad because he don't like black women. It seems he doesn't.
Somebody turned him down in the past.
He doesn't like Alicia Blakely. He doesn't like Keisha Gibbs-Cardi. He doesn't like Shalana Cook-Jones. They are three of the most prolific.
In Van's defense, he don't really like women.
Okay, Chandra, you being messy. Shut up. This is not the time or the place. Somebody asked you that.
So he got on yesterday and told Alicia that he has receipts that she took an illegal payoff from the DA's office from the DA for $10,000 for training and didn't perform the training.
Who did?
I didn't go at it. So Alicia said, "You talking about me?" He said, "Yes, I got receipts." But he got the Alicia's mixed up. He got two different
Baby,
Alicias.
what? I know Alicia Miller Blakely gave him his business.
Oh, she did. But this guy, he's all over. He'll come into the black community and tell us one thing at our rallies, at our Stop the Violence rallies, at our functions at the forums. He'll speak black or moderately when he gets there. But when he gets in the white community, he talks gung ho, lock them all up, throw away the key, put them all. He's a law and order
He like Bill Clinton.
judge. He's a recorder's court judge. He's a law and order recorder's court judge. Really?
He like Bill
You
Clinton.
don't get
Okay.
law and order from the recorder's court judge. But anyway, that's his line. But him and Alicia went back and forth for a while because he kept texting.
I can't even imagine how that went.
And you got to go back and watch the show from last night. And they went back, and now I don't know whether he made a retraction. I doubt it. He's just gonna bite the bullet, I guess, because I figure he can stand up to an attorney from a lawsuit or something. Because he defamed her on air in her show, saying that she stole some money and got some money that she didn't. So it's really libelous what he
Yeah.
did. And so I don't know we'll see what happens with that. It's coming up in the next few weeks. The election is Tuesday, but I don't know of any black person that should be voting for this guy. If you voted for him by mistake, then I'm sorry. But if you go to the polls on the 2nd, I would say don't go nowhere near this guy. He doesn't like black women, for one. He's a Meg Heap troll, for two. He doesn't know anything. So the thing is, somebody has to tell him where to go at. So he goes. So I guess it's Meg probably telling him where to go at to find all this stuff. But somebody's feeding it to him because he's not in this community to know anything. So he's now become a troll on all of our.
I hope he's trolling tonight.
Yeah, so he probably.
I dare to say something. Say something.
Hey, Anthony.
Say something, my dear.
Oh, that's so
he's
Oh,
out there.
Lord, I've been got something to say to you, Burton.
Burton needs to take his
go to the Krusty Krab.
Button down, crusty, rusty, dusty butt somewhere and sit down.
Go sit down. Go sit
He's
down.
a little pipsqueak.
Vote Huffman.
But you could tell that he'll be one of those guys that you just don't want to go in front of anyway. No matter if you dead right, he's still gonna make you dead wrong, especially if you're black. And I believe that with all of my heart by his actions, from what he's been showing. That's the way that it looks like to me. He comes in our neighborhood and say one thing. He goes into the white neighborhood and says something totally different. And he's been assailing Judge Hoffman, who is the favorite to win the race. He's been assailing him, hoping that he can get into a runoff with him. So we'll see. Judge Hoffman is backed by a whole lot of people. He Republican and Democrat. He's something like Johnny Wilcher. Everybody loves Sheriff Wilcher. Everybody knows that. He's a great guy. And Judge Hoffman is of the same ilk. You know, he's fair. He talks to you. He doesn't talk down to you. And if you're going to get a break, you're going to get one from this man if you deserve it. He's not one of the ones that's going to throw a young first offender into the trolls of a lockup to get butyl
status clout.
Yeah. So if you want fairness, I believe Judge Hoffman is the man, and that's my endorsement.
Mine
you go
too.
Vote on the 20th. You go vote Thursday. You go vote Friday. You go vote Tuesday. Then I think Hoffman is the man that you go with.
And if you're in Athens, you better be voting for Tiffany Taylor.
That's right. If you're in Athens, you better be voting for Tiffany Taylor. We're going to let you give your picks in a few minutes. We're getting to that in a few minutes. You ain't got to worry about that. That's next, matter of fact. But anyway, to Anthony Burton and to anybody that supports him, y'all need to get a hold of him. His handlers need to get a hold of him. and you can go from there. If you don't like what I say, you can always call me. My number's
If you don't like what you're hearing,
if you
you
don't like
might
what I
just
say,
change the
just
mind
call.
of the person
Hey,
who said it.
hey, if you don't like what I say, just call me. If you don't like what I tell you, just call Robert. And if Robert don't tell you right,
Look,
I
you just
know
might
signs
change
are
the
weak.
mind. You know we love listen, Alicia.
You don't want to go to the third level.
You don't want to bother
Don't get
Alicia
to
Blake.
the third level.
You don't want to go to the third level. But Anthony Burton, Alicia Blakely's looking for you. And she invited him on the show.
Yeah.
He could have came on the show. She invited
said
him on
every
the
week.
show. She said anybody can come on the show that wants to come on the show.
Right.
He could have came on the show, defending his platform, and told people about himself. But he'd rather go and act like
Meg.
act like Meg. Right. He wouldn't act like Meg.
Meg
There's some
Griffin.
other stuff I'd like to say, about the messy part, but I'm not getting into that right now because it's real messy. Next thing is 6 days till the election. 6 days until the election. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Y'all gonna see me with a new background when I can get my wife off my wall. I already got to sleep with her. I already got to talk to her all day. She already slapping beside my head every day.
Stop being a hater.
Hey,
Right.
She just brought me something just now. I don't know what it is. Oh, she brought me lunch. She brought me dinner.
Really?
Look, Chandra. Speaking of, let me get my DoorDash and order me some Panera.
Yeah.
She just brought me dinner, so I got to say, okay, I love my wife. All right, she brought me dinner. Anyway,
and still ain't got my shirt, Tanya Hall of FAMU.
Well, you tell her, Tanya. Robert is looking for his shirt.
That's not FAMU alumni-ish.
He's looking for his shirt, and I'm looking for my drink. It should have been a drink with that. Anyway, really? I can't eat it till 9 o'clock.
Anyway. Fix it, Lord.
I can't eat it till 9 o'clock anyway. Okay. 6 days to the election, Robert. What you got?
Well, let's go down the list. Let's start with the state Senate seats. I'm only going to speak on 2. I'm not going to speak on 3 because both. So we got Jay Jones. You vote for Jay Jones if you're in his area. That's one of the state Senate seats. Orlando and Derek, I'm equal there. Both of them are great gentlemen. And my boy Marcus Thompson, you vote for Marcus Thompson. What are y'all's picks?
I concur.
Yeah. I like I'm with Jay. I like Derek. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what we got next? Let's go a little local, y'all. I guess we got school board. School board, of course, Tanya in the 8th. We got I'm here with Reverend Paul for the 5th, a school board, and I've endorsed this young man. All the haters out there talking about him, but he's been solid since day one. He does my lawn. He has his own business, and he got 10 children from the same woman, and that is Todd Rose.
Wait a minute, 10?
That's my boy, Todd Rose for school board president.
Oh, Todd.
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
Leave it alone, Tanya. You going down the path I want.
Jesus the Christ.
Y'all see what I got.
They must don't have a TV.
I got to have that to sleep on the couch. He said he must have no
I don't know what
no entertainment.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I'm a call Todd and ask him if he got a TV.
Love got it, Sonya. Your name, Max. Karen. Leave it alone. Nah.
Karen.
But if from the same woman, that's the thing you got to respect.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great guy. Great guy.
Real good person.
I've been knowing his father
Todd is a good guy. Wait a minute. Let's go back to the 5th.
What?
Dr. Bryant.
Well, you want to talk? Okay, here's his story. There were some adjustments, right, that were going on in different levels. And so, here's the thing. When I run for office, I don't run to just do it. I do what's best for the community. So there were some things that looked better for the community, and some people that felt like, and I felt like they could do the same justice. And so let's position them people to be successful. It's not about me. It's about who can we position to be successful right now. And that made sense, which is how I ended up at the current idea of running for city council. So that, yeah, I was running for that seat, but some things adjusted and it led to, well, this person, I've met the person, we've talked. This person is ready right now. While I was ready right now, I wasn't really ready, and certain factors need to be aligned. So you got to think beyond yourself when you're running for office. At least I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, but what else you got? What's the other?
How about for governor? You still got to vote in the governor's race in the primary.
And well, I'm gonna let y'all have that first, and I'm gonna give y'all a shocker.
It goes to Stacey Abrams, I guess, and I guess it'll be a whole lot more liveliness in after this primary.
Well,
right now it's kind of dead.
Yeah.
Who is she? I mean, is anybody else in the race with her?
Well, no, but I will say this, Chandra. I will say this. I voted for Stacey in the primary, but there's a libertarian candidate that I'm considering. So she's got to win my vote now because it's not the same my own business as usual. So I'm looking at the libertarian candidate to see what they bring. I like what the libertarians are talking about. And I just think that if Stacey's going to do the work and Stacey wants to vote, she's going to have to work for it. It's a shocker. I know. But I kind of thought about what Bernard said. And I looked at some of her stuff, and I've talked to a number of people about how she speaks on her brother, and I'm not comfortable with that. And so you got to win my vote, Stacey.
Okay, well, she heard you, I think, because she watches this program also.
Good, yeah, and it's no shade, and I invite everybody to go look at the libertarian values. I am a strong Democrat, but we've got to stop doing business as usual, and that means from Washington down, even with Joe Biden. I'm not convinced that Joe Biden is totally locked into every community, and so Democrats, either we're going to step up or we're going to look at other options.
Yeah. Ivan says, is that the J. Jones or somebody else who happens to have the same name?
You know what? Stop being messy, Ivan.
Is that DJ Jones? That's DJ Jones.
What's the name?
Go out and vote for Jay. See if we can get Jay in there to run against Ben Watson in November. So we can unseat a lot of these people if we come out and vote. We just got to go out and vote. They just don't understand that they can all be beaten. All of them. So we need to get out and vote. 6 days to the election. You got Warnock. You got Shealy. What's her name? Jackson Shealy or Shealy Jackson?
Yeah.
Johnson.
Johnson.
What's her name?
I like her as a person. I wish they would have given her equal a debate or whatever, but I don't think she's gonna beat the Warnock machine.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd sent her about a year ago. I'd sent her an email.
Yeah.
I sent her an email or text or something. I sent her, telling her that I thought she would make a great AG candidate.
I agree.
But she didn't want to do the AG route. She didn't want to be Attorney General. She wanted to be United States Senator. So, she got an uphill battle because that machine, once you get in those seats, those machines roll so heavy with the money and the backing that you just can't get. All the cities are sold up by him.
Yeah.
And
when I tell you a machine, it is a well-oiled. Herschel Walker ain't seen that yet. Where did this thing kick off? Warnock was the only one that had a bus, y'all, when we ran a full bus. I'm like, oh, snap. And anytime you see him, he's going to have about 30 people around him. He got more detail than Kamala.
Yeah, it's plenty of money in those Senate races. And they raise money left and right all day. Everybody trying to pour money on them, so they only had to ask for money. The money just comes to them, But 6 days to the election, y'all go out and vote. You got Thursday, Friday, and Tuesday. Thursday, Friday, and Tuesday, and that's it. You don't get the early vote this week, tomorrow, and Friday. You got to wait till Tuesday, which is the last day. but go out and cast your vote, no matter who it's for. Go out and cast your vote. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
Getting your vote on. You know, for Attorney General, I like Christian Wise Smith.
Yeah.
Great guy. He appeared on our program. Me and Robert interviewed him the other day.
Yeah.
Great guy.
He has a great story.
Great story.
Yeah.
Awesome. You know,
he understands reality. One thing I dislike about the criminal justice system, one other thing I dislike about people that enter that space, police officers, judges, lawyers, is they forget that humanity and different factors impact lives. But Christian gives me such a sense of reality. He understands. He's seen it. He's lived it. He understands that one way of handling things is not the right way of handling things. And so he looks at things from a very different lens. So I endorse him 1,000%.
Okay. And who you got in the agriculture secretary?
Well, I like both candidates, but I want Georgia to look different. And for that, as no slight to the other candidate, but I'm with Nikita Hemingway. We've got to start putting our Black sisters in power in places of leadership. Black women are so powerful. They think different and they do things much better. I'm with Nikita.
And I like Nikita also. And she's from Savannah.
Yeah.
I think she's a Windsor or Beach High grad, one of the two.
Probably Windsor, as smart as she is.
She went to one of those schools. Neither one of them fits stands up to Tompkins. You saw the stats for where the Wolverines are, right?
Chandra, where did you go to high school?
In the country.
What'd you say?
Huh?
Were you a Devil Bear too? Did you go to Tompkins?
That would be a no. I'm from the original blue and white.
Oh, you from the
high. The high.
The Victory Drive, Savannah High.
No, I'm from the Washington Avenue. The high.
Can't you tell?
What Washington Avenue? What was on?
That's where it was, Washington Avenue. But can't you tell?
On the east side?
You know what?
No,
you're so isolated.
Okay, I know you're talking about the big box. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
You're so isolated. I'm so sad.
No, that's Savannah Arts Academy now. When I said Victory Drive, I couldn't think of Washington Ave.
How about for Secretary of Superintendent of Education?
You talking about what's the girl with Alicia? Isn't that her name?
Alicia Searcy. Alicia Thomas Searcy.
That's your soror, Chandra.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
She came on the show last week and interviewed with me and Rob. We had a nice talk with her. She has some great ideas. We don't agree with her on everything, but she is. She has some backbone.
Yeah, and she listens, which I like.
Yeah.
What about Secretary of State?
Secretary of State. I'm a Floyd Griffin man.
Yeah, I love Floyd. I like him. So it's no slight. I think we got great candidates, but I had to lean into John Eves on that one. I think John has a just a thing about him that he might do it. My second would be Floyd. My third would be B. So I got B win.
Was John Eves that guy that came on the show that time?
Yeah, John Eves came on about almost a year ago.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, Floyd Griffin came on right after that. He's the older gentleman that was the mayor of Milledgeville, state senator. So he has a whole resume to look at.
Yeah.
And he's still willing to serve.
How cool will it be to have an all-female executive team for the state of Georgia? I mean, I would love to see that. I know, Stacey's governor, B as Secretary of State, Nikita. Oh man, that would just change the narrative.
I thought you just said you like Floyd.
I'm just saying I'm all for women power. So hey.
Oh, okay.
I just think it would be neat.
You just saying how awesome it'll look.
Yeah, I think it'd be neat. I really do think that would be really neat and really different and groundbreaking in the South.
So from that, I guess you like Renita Shannon for lieutenant governor.
Well, I mean, it would be cool. I mean, who did I vote for lieutenant governor? I had to support my frat brother. I'm sorry.
I voted for Renita
hey.
Shannon. She's an
Now, I
awesome.
don't always support my frat brothers, but this one I support.
Which one, Kwanzaa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I,
certain frat
I
brothers don't get that.
I voted for Renita. Renita, we talked. She came down to the Labor Council fish fry. Um, she has some great ideas, and she is a leader. I liked her. Sandra, you missing all this. I know if you were still here, you would be doing.
Yeah.
You would have met all these people because you were a little political brat.
Yeah.
So you would have
I didn't
been
know
there
that. That's
for
cool.
all of it. Um, for
Oh yeah.
Recorder's Court, we're gonna get back to in a minute to this other one in a minute. So I know all y'all gonna talk noise. But Recorder's Court, we like Judge Joe Hoffman.
Yeah.
He's
Don't say the other names.
Savannah High
Judge
grad.
Joe
That's your
Hoffman.
homeboy, Sandra.
Who?
Judge Hoffman, he's your homeboy. He graduates from Savannah High also.
Yeah. I like him.
Man, let me tell you what I like about that man right there, that brother. He is the only person I've ever seen walk in the hood of Savannah and be like, it ain't no problem. I mean, just real genuine.
Mhm.
Not that there should be, but I mean, he just was at home, and I love that about him. He's very genuine. He cares. He wants to be there for the people. So yeah, Joe Hoffman is my guy.
Okay. Now we got a real tough one on Labor Commission. I got Lester Jackson all the way to the door. Ain't tough for me, but I hear a lot of people that are talking about somebody else. But Lester Jackson is my man.
So Lester
All the
giving
way
up
to the
his
door.
he gave up his seat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mello
yeah,
and
this-
Orlando are running for that seat.
Orlando and Derek.
Yeah.
Orlando. So
I will say this: there are great candidates in there, but I have seen Lester work. I like his charisma. I just like him as an overall person, and he's from Savannah. I voted for Lester, and so did this family.
Well, I like Lester as a person.
that's good enough.
I haven't seen him
next?
work.
What
No,
do
no,
you
no,
haven't
no,
seen
no,
him
no.
work? I disagree.
I mean,
I
I've seen
disagree.
him work at his business.
No, I seen him work for Georgia, for Savannah. A lot of what you don't see is behind the scenes, and we don't get to hear all the work. He's
But you know
done
what?
a lot of lifting.
What I don't like is that our delegates, the Mickey Stevens and all of them, all of them, they don't bring enough money. They don't bring enough projects. They don't bring enough anything
Well, they
to
can't.
our,
Sandra. They can't. They're not in control. The Republicans control the state
Right.
legislature. And I don't know. You've been gone a little while, but Representative Stevens died.
No,
Sean, you didn't know that?
no, man.
Edna Jackson has a seat now. Yeah, it was special election. Where you been?
Here in Houston.
Oh, thank God. I'm glad you caught him, Julius. Lord have mercy, Lord. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you said.
I was like,
Lord have
oh
mercy.
God, don't go no more.
Yeah,
Bless
well, he
her.
must have sat in the seat until he passed then.
Literally,
Bless
yeah,
her, please.
yeah.
Bless her. Bless her heart.
Hey.
Bless her heart.
But honestly, I think, and I haven't seen it from what you can kind of put together, they do what they can and they go hard in the paint. But the thing is, Lester develops relationships, and that's what you need to. You don't always win, but it's the strategy, and I think he understands strategy.
Lester might not answer your call when you first call, but he will call you back.
Right.
Yeah, I know he'll call you back, but so much money, and I know this for a fact, so much money is turned back away from that comes towards Savannah, in the form of grants and things like that they could get, but nobody, and it would only take our state delegates to capture that money and put it into programs or whatever for our city. Well, not my city anymore, but you guys' city.
Well,
I'm just saying. And I know this to be for a fact.
Well, they about to lose that control. It was 3-3. Now they're putting another senator in this district, so another Senate seat in this district. So it's going to be 4-3 unless we win these seats. Jay Jones can win that seat, then we'll have the 4-3.
Mm-hmm.
We can, but we can turn all that if then you got Marcus if he can beat Ron Stevens, and we got Margot Barbie if she can beat Hitchens up here in Port Wentworth in Effingham area. We can turn those seats. We'll see what happens in the next few months because it's going to be an all-out fight all the way to the finish line in November.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting. But we covered any particular races y'all want to talk about real quick before we move on.
Yeah, I can't think of any, Sean. I just think people got it. Here's the thing about Chatham County. And Chatham County, you got to hear this, and some of the other counties. The majority is there to win, right? But if we get everybody out to vote, you will win every seat, and it will be in your favor. But what happens is people are apathetic, and they don't want to go out to vote. Let me share this rule here. It is a state law in Georgia that your employer, let's say you wait till the last minute, your employer is obligated to give you that 1 hour to go vote, whether they like it or not. And so you've got to start planning ahead like you plan to go to church, like you plan to go to the doctor, plan to go vote, because if every single registered voter gets out that looks like us, we will control the narrative.
Robert, Dr. Tanya Howard Hall say school board. She must be tuning in late. We already talked about you. Robert brought you up first.
We know, and I ain't got no shirt. Why you said we ain't talking about it just because I ain't got no shirt.
He's looking for his shirt still.
Right, so we ain't talking about nothing around no school.
So you need to get his shirt. And Jamal, he driving. He always drive.
Right. That's a fine.
He ought to be driving a bus. Jamal should be driving the bus. I was over here. Okay, we gonna move on to the next subject. We anybody, like I said, I gave y'all a chance now. Y'all don't want to shout out nobody.
Nope.
We got some neutral races that we're neutral on until we see what happens in these races.
In all fairness.
And we'll say, she said she have his shirt. I have his shirt.
Repeat, we are endorsing the Dr. Tanya Howard Hall from the Florida Atlantic and Mechanical University to win for District 8.
That's our picture right back there.
I feel like
I got to vote for her.
Were you threatening to put that? Did you do that under your own will and cognizance?
No. Slap side the head. I gotta get it. Yeah. How you doing, Issa Jesus? Issa?
We're doing well.
Okay, awesome. You had an event last Friday that was awesome, and we appreciate you putting that summit on. You want to tell the audience about it?
It was a community conversation about violence, and we had groups of people. We tell anybody can come. We put it out there for anybody to come, talk about violence in the community and how violence impacted you. What are solutions with regards to it? Because we had Brother Julius Hall right there, Dr. Tanya Howard Hall. We had Alderman Keisha Gibson Carter, Coach Sam Carter, Coach Rob DeLoach, Coach Todd Rose, Ivan Cohen, Reverend Betty Jones. We had Keyshawn Housey. We had trying to think some other people who also were there, and they gave their input with regards to violence and how we're impacted by it and what some of the
Julia Pierce.
But Julia Pierce was there along with Mallory, her husband. And so folks were definitely what was said that we got to deal with policy. Policy is something come into play. And so that's what we got to be dealing with and be not afraid. And so and also the element we wanted to bring up too, I wanted to make sure to discuss trauma. Oh, also Lawrence Bunny Bryan was there too. And that trauma that, you know, we got communities that have been traumatized that you see and hear about these shootings, these stabbings, these killings, these beatings, these violations, these rapes, all that, that's trauma on the community. And then guess what? You got children who have to go to school. They got to go to school the next day. I pulled over so that way I wouldn't be driving. But you got children got to go to school the next day. They got to function in class. And then you got people living in these communities that you got absolute trauma and nothing is being done with regards to trying to help these folks out to be able to survive and endure all of this, because it's insane. So, and now we were glad to have y'all there as a part of it. And so I know John Bush was there also, and Bush
and
just said to me after, he was like,
Go ahead, Jamal.
I think my buffer. I think now can I pull up in the Civil Rights Museum parking lot? I think now it's got a little worse. But yeah, I'm just saying. But what happened? Yeah, you had John Bush was there, and John Bush then when it said that, he said we need to have one of these on the east side. Jamal, you need to have one on the east side. So I'm like, hey, it's up to the community. Again, we want all of us to be that, but we want us to be there, and giving our opinion, giving our thoughts. All aspects of that. We ain't censoring nobody. We want people to be there, give their perspectives. But I think that what will happen is that the cream will rise to the top. I'm just going to say the cream will rise to the top with the type of people who have the thoughts. But now, we want to see some action being taken with regards to it. When that cream rises to the top, we want all y'all to go acknowledge the cream that rises to the top and listen to them.
Okay. All right. And Chief Richard Coleman was there. And
Richard Coleman, yes. Yes.
It was a couple other people that you already mentioned, Lawrence, buddy, Brian. Lawrence.
Faith Appia came also. Faith Appia came.
Yeah, Faith.
And also Mark Smith, Reverend Mark Smith came also.
Yeah. So it was well attended. We had about 30 people in there or so, but we need about 300 people that care, and that's going to be our challenge coming up at your next one. Whether it's a crime symposium or whether it's a crime summit or whatever it is, we gonna have some people coming out and invited. You don't get mad because of who's in the room. Don't worry about who's in the room.
Right.
I don't care who come who I don't get along with, as long as there's we're trying to come up with solutions. That other guy that showed up, but he was out of town late, leaving Chuck Clemson late. That guy R.G. Bryant, he didn't get to town until 9:30 at night. So
blame it on I-95 traffic. I don't know why they don't listen to me. If y'all only gave me the same detail y'all give Joe Biden, I can get anywhere I need to be on time. I don't know why I get disregarded.
Okay. We're going to move on to the next subject. And the next subject was the Trump effect on elections. The Trump effect on elections. Yesterday was elections in a lot of cities around the country. Pennsylvania, Idaho,
North Carolina. North Carolina was a shocker.
North Carolina.
Hey.
Nebraska. It was a bunch of places had midterm elections yesterday, a week before we do. And Trump, the Trump effect, he thought he was all that powerful, but he didn't do nothing. He lost Madison Cawthorn in North Carolina. Madison is the young Republican in the wheelchair.
Right.
He's been acting crazy and must be on some opioids or something. I don't know what's wrong with him, but they got rid of him. He tied in Pennsylvania with Dr. Oz, so they got to go to see. They got 600,000 votes still out, so they got to see who wins with those in that particular race. He lost Idaho with the governor candidate Jan McGeachin. He lost the governor candidate for Nebraska, Charles Herbster. So Trump is not batting very good at all. And we got to make him lose even more when he loses all these people that he's backing in Georgia. He's backing about 11 people in Georgia. And we got to make sure he lose all 11. All 11 need to lose.
Purdue is sinking. But if you look, I think the interesting dynamic of the night, for me at least, came from North Carolina. that Republican, he is very convincible. And I think because he has charisma, it was a little more of an edge. But I think North Carolina might be leaning purple, which is very, very interesting to me. Because it's just historically that has not, from what I can see, has been something to expect. But I don't know. I wonder if Trump has an effect in certain areas like the South versus beyond that. So I don't know. What do y'all think?
I voted for David Perdue. I already voted. I voted for David Perdue. I voted for David Perdue. And I voted for Herschel Walker also. David Perdue and Herschel Walker I voted for.
You better say that because Sonny Perdue is his cousin and he's the chancellor.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm just saying that I voted. I voted for David because I'm a good Republican. I tell you, I'm a Republican.
Okay. Well, so is Candace Owens. So hey, there it is. That heifer get on my nerves. Anyway.
Are y'all finished with the Trump effect? Because Trump is.
I mean, it's dying out. It seems.
It is going to be dead after Georgia. See, because Georgia sets the trend for the whole nation. So we got to come out in record numbers. Whether you like a person or not, you still got to come out in record numbers to show Trump that he's invalid from now on. Mm-hmm. And we're not going to validate anything that he does. And especially, I heard that your girl Margaret Taylor Greene is losing steam in her neck of the woods.
Praise God! Yes,
I do not care for her.
She's a retard too.
Well, she's just childish. I mean, I get that you disagree with things. I get it. But there is a level of decorum that you have as a congressperson, a congresswoman, or a senator. It's just certain things you might feel, but you got to think twice because you're present and you're visible at all times. And I mean, it's uncomfortable and it's disappointing to see her act like that.
It would be different if she was fighting for a cause for the people. She's not. She's fighting for a cause for racism.
Right.
She's fighting for a cause for division. So, she needs to have some type of decorum. But if you can't tell Maxine Waters or John Lewis that they needed any tackle.
But no. The difference between them and Marjorie, Marjorie is a straight up brat. John and Maxine, they stand in power. They stand in conviction. They're not out here screaming during Trump's. Think about it. They didn't go screaming and hollering during Trump's State of the Union. They killed the decorum and they protested in the appropriate manners. Marjorie's a stupid brat, and I almost said the wrong word. She's just acting out like a child.
You were saying something, Jamal?
I was trying, but I think my buffering is buffering something. I was going to say Trump and Keisha Gibson Carter in 2023. Trump and Keisha Gibson Carter in 2023.
I know he didn't say that out loud. Not the second. What about Trump post-one at large? You ain't going to endorse that?
Oh, that mercy. He said Trump and Keisha Gibson
he
Carter
left out post-one at large.
Well, I'm going to turn my speaker on because we might have a caller call in on the next.
I wonder who it is.
Thing. I'm going to show a video.
He going to have Ivanka.
We're going to talk about it first, and then I'm going to show a short video. City Council shutting down truth tellers. Yes. Now, it was an incident at the last council meeting, and anybody that knows Robert's rules knows that if a person has a flow, you can be interrupted if one of the people on that committee calls for a point of order. Now, the point of order has to be clearly stated to make sure that there's some infraction that has to stop the person. But there was none, and I guess the mayor used personal privilege to shut her down. My thing is this: if a person has a line of questions that they want to ask and they're an elected official, let them ask those questions. What is it going to hurt? They're an elected official for the whole city. Let them ask the questions. You don't like it, then vote the way that you want to vote. I feel that way about even the city council. Let them people put whatever they want on the agenda. If you don't like it, vote it down. but they don't want to have the negative press and the negative news coverage. What you say, Jamal? You saying something? Because you muted.
Oh no, I was like, right. I agree with you.
Oh,
right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, and then right after that, I mean, they shut it down. It was disrespectful. You're here's a black man treating a black woman like, no, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. But this woman is elected with more votes than you had.
Bloop.
And now you telling her that you don't want to hear nothing she has to say.
Come
All you
on
got to do
now.
is hear, let her do a line of questioning. She got a certain amount of time. Why don't you just put a time on it? On all questions. You got 3 minutes to ask and get answered all your questions. Then you won't have that problem. But everybody is allowed, even in the United States Senate, United States Congress, the House of Reps, they are allowed a certain amount of time. Even in the Supreme Court, you allowed a certain amount of time. Why are you cutting these people off? It makes no sense because they're advocating for the people. But some people don't see that they're advocating for them, and all they want to do is talk noise and say they're out of order, they're lack decorum and tact. When you fighting for the people, the devil ain't gonna let you do the right thing.
Well, and let me share this. What I've learned is that when a person is a threat to someone, then they react without any real thought process. And so Keisha's a threat. They know that. She's a powerful, strong, independent, knowledgeable black woman, and I love every bit of it. And so she's a threat.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna show the video of y'all two don't have nothing to say. You ready, Sandra?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Chandra's getting ready to do her ski week because that's her sorrow.
Okay, now this happened right after the video. I mean, right after the interruption. And I don't have the interruption. But this happened right after they interrupt her while she was in her line of questioning the city manager about some wasteful spending. They cut her off from questioning the city manager about wasteful spending. And she made a comparison to the mayor also wasting spending with all the kids dying on the streets.
I agree with her. I agree with her.
Here it is, the mayor got a guy that opens the door for him. Go and get his lunch. We got it on video now. Here it is, this man.
Hallelujah.
He got a police officer that does this for him. First mayor ever had a police officer chauffeuring him around.
Hey, Eddie Loach was never scared.
That he goes to.
Eddie Loach was never scared. He walked around like a G.
Eddie Loach walked straight down Johnson Square by himself. He ain't care about nothing.
Nope.
With his bottle. Oh, go ahead and play the video.
Yeah. Well, this happened right after
What you're not going to do is that, doctor.
And
what?
So
I'm the messing around. I'm having fun. You got to have a little humor in your life.
So this happened right after that when I guess Alderwoman was leaving out of the city hall, and the mayor was there taking a picture with some tourists, and her and the mayor had already been talking upstairs, and she was asking, "Why are you doing this to the people? Why are you doing this? Why are you shutting me down from investigating this for the people?" And so she thought she'd have another word with the mayor because her husband was on the phone or something, I think. And y'all will see the video; it's a minute long. And so now the news media is playing this like she attacked the mayor. Y'all gonna see the video for yourself. Like she hit the mayor or something. They made a couple of security reports, not police reports, but just the security in City Hall. All three of the guards there say they saw nothing wrong with it, but that she did get in front of the mayor after he was taking the picture. Y'all see it for yourself in a minute. It was not the best moment. You know, I think maybe she should just forget the guy and run against him and beat him to death in November, next November, which she is going to beat him down. But it was nothing for them to be outrageously stupid about. And they're playing to the media's dislike for this alderwoman because this alderwoman reads everything. She challenges wasteful spending. She challenges abuse and corruption in City Hall. She challenges the status quo. So they don't like that because, see, they're used to just getting dummies in there who just vote one way, approve the whole agenda, 5 or 6 items under one thing, and they be done snuck something in. So she pulls those items before they can be approved, and they don't like that because she reads all of it. You know, so this is the video. It was kind of, you know, what they trying to make out a big thing is childish.
She said what she said.
Good to see you, Sam. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
He said, nice to see you, Sam. You want to say something?
Good to see you, Sam. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Have a good day.
Don't ever say anything to me again in life, baby.
Likewise.
Billy, that's not necessary. I'm not going to touch you. It's not even that serious. Don't do that to me.
Now that was the video. She was saying, she was telling the mayor, I guess, she was telling the mayor that,
boy, where you going? Come back. Issa's gonna be the first to speak on it.
She was telling the mayor that her husband said hello, and she was showing him on the thing, and Van said, "Hello, Sam. Hope you're doing well." And after he just treated her like dirt, he had just shut her down from her line of questioning without cause, because he don't want to look bad for all the wasteful spending that he was involved in. $83,000 to renovate his office, a stipend and a car for a car. How you gonna get a stipend and a car for a car? It's waste. You know, this man is taking corruption to a whole new level.
That man said he better than the man in New York. Y'all better get it right.
Yeah. He evidently is, because he getting things that nobody should get. But Alderwoman Carter, if you want to call in, you can call the phone and
well,
talk.
let me make a comment on this. And this is the thing. This is the thing. There's so much in that video. There's so much that has been going on in council. But at the end of the day, I'll go back to what I said a few months ago. And when you're in a position of leadership and you're the head or the captain of a ship, if we will, it is your responsibility to have harmony, or to at least try to foster that in that space. And what I don't understand is, why not have, by now, has this particular leader, this mayor, not sat down with those who are having grievances with him and just said, let's have a talk, let's have coffee. You know, in our community, even in our families, we will have major arguments with one another. But at some point, you are big enough to come back to the table and say, hey, you know, let's have a conversation or whatever. You got to calm it down. But that is what I'm seeing is that's an unwillingness. But let Alderman or Alderwoman Palumbo have to say something, and you're all ears. It just intrigues me that happens.
Yeah, he's never said that to anybody except Alicia Miller Blakely and Keisha Gibson Carter. He might have said it to Bernetta Lanier a year ago or so, but this man is abusive to women. He makes it where other people on the council is abusive to women, and he's just terrible right now. And I'm just gonna say this to the Alderwoman: just leave him alone, and we're gonna be his huckleberry.
Yeah, I agree. But in our defense, when you know you're doing the best you can, when you know you're doing the right thing, when you know you're doing everything you can, and you critically and you're always abused, talked about, and treated unfairly, you get tired. You get tired.
Frustrated.
And I know that's what she is. She's tired. She feels like, I'm doing all this hard work. I'm getting only this little bit of salary, and I'm doing my all, and I'm giving of me. She's giving all of her. That's got to be hurtful to know that somebody that looks like you is trying to make you look bad when all you're trying to do is do the right thing. You get tired of that. So I understand where she's coming from. You just get
especially
tired.
from a mayor who doesn't seem to care about what happens in the community.
Especially from a mayor who rode your coattails to get voted in.
Exactly. Exactly. He could not have gotten there without them. And especially from a mayor who doesn't seem to think that he needs to do anything in our community until the last year so he can try to make it look good for a re-election. He's a camera hog, and he loves the limelight. He campaigns 24/7. Got a party or anything, he's there. But this man is just, especially from a mayor who's never said Black Lives Matter in his life.
Well, let's say
probably in his sleep.
Hey, if we remove COVID from the situation, what has been accomplished?
Not a thing. Not for our community. Nothing. He's accomplished a lot for.
We got some bricks on Broaden.
Huh?
We got bricks on Broaden.
We got bricks on Broaden. We got a civic center that's going to be we got a civic center that don't look nowhere near being
and we can also have urban gardens also. That's something that's out there. We can have urban gardens here. The city has property. They have a program in place for that.
Well, you need to talk to your alpha brother, and see whether we can get some.
And let's put this out there.
Those programs.
People got to understand this, and it's not a slight on the individual, but it is a slight on the leadership. I'll talk all day about it. I don't have no issue with nobody, but when your leadership stinks, it stinks.
Yeah, a leader should be able to put everybody at the table and make some type of compromises. Let's do this here. Let's do this here. You know that those people are fighting for the people, and you still shutting them down. What the hell are you shutting them down for? They're fighting for the people. It might be different people than what he's fighting for, because he's fighting for the rich and the famous. Everywhere, you don't see this man nowhere unless it's a lot of people and cameras. Last night he showed up at a forum for school board candidates because there was a lot of people in a church. He's a camera hog. So we'll see what happens in the.
But let me judge
real soon.
Let me compare that to this. I have only seen a few or two people on the streets that have gone to families that have sat with crying mothers, that have sat with families who have died. I went to the scene with one. That was Alicia and that was Keisha. I have seen them on the scene live. Not even at late nights, not even caring. They put their families aside to go be with other families. That's meaningful to me. They don't have to do that. That's not in the job description. That's not in the $25,000 they get paid. They go and they lead with their hearts, their minds, and their souls, and that's a huge difference when you think about leadership.
Now, Sandra, you mighty quiet.
I mean, I was just thinking, I was just going to say that I remember a time prior to Dietrich and Linda getting on the council when they used to go to the scenes. I mean, I distinctly remember that. I mean, and I know that you guys have had a lot of murders, so maybe that would be a full-time job now. But
Houston is in our news more than we are in our.
Yeah.
Y'all had some crazy stuff happen there the other day. Somebody got shot up in it.
Yeah, we had a mass shooting.
Yeah.
At our flea market.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Ivan Cohen say Alderwoman Gibson Carter's the Roger Dangerfield of local politics. No respect. She gets no respect from this the majority in that council. Van fights for business as usual, not what the 2019 election was about. You're absolutely correct, John. He promised that he'd do something different, but he has not. He promised that he would open the doors to the room, and put a leaf in the table, but he has not. But I don't want to run my good brother
Terrain
away
run.
again.
Yeah, Terrain ain't going to win no more.
Yeah, so we're going to move on to the last subject in a minute. I thought
Yeah.
Woman Gibson Carter was going to call and tell us, give us a brief a shellacking, but she
Yeah, because you give
she can call.
you trying to provoke. Oh. And
So she
and
can
at the
call.
end of the
I
day,
mean, you
y'all,
should if you Gibson Carter, Alderwoman Gibson Carter, if you want to call in, we you can.
well,
Um, we're going to move on to the last subject. And the last subject was what was the last subject? Oh, the
Chandra
shootings
X.
in Buffalo.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Y'all forgetting I'm about to
Buffalo
get my food from
shootings and
DoorDash.
killings. Somebody called me today and asked me, well, they text me and asked me whether I had any input on what our statement to the world needs to be, our statement to the general public or the citizenry of the United States. And I was just proud that they thought that I had anything I said was worth a nickel. But they asked me to give them a call, which I'll do later. And so, what I wanted to ask you all, what is it that we could say to America right now, being that they have we put
Muto.
a lunatic in the White House who has festered uh, this attitude that a lot of white supremacists are having. What can we say as a whole to America so we can show how we feel, you know? And that was the question that we're trying to get together to try to form some type of narrative that we could display to the world to say, it's enough and something needs to be done. You see these things ahead of time. These people give you advance notice as to what they're about to do. With all the resources that we have in this country, you couldn't stop those 10 people from being killed. You knew that this guy was already on this path. These people show you who they are. When they show you who they are, believe them. They have shown you time and time again they have a propensity to kill people, and you do nothing about it. And so we got to be able uh, to get together on some accord that we can say this is enough and there needs to be something about it. You come up with drug crimes. I mean,
Well,
laws for the gangs. Come up with some
well,
white supremacist laws for these people who are in these groups. You come up with that to put all our boys in jail. All the boy had was a conversation
well,
to another boy in jail. You locked 47 of them up in Upson County, Georgia. Then you got 20 to something of them they arrested recently here, I believe. One of them was on the corner on his cell phone talking to one of the other boys. He had nothing to do with it, but since he talked to him, they lock him up too.
yeah.
So why can't you still get these type of laws if they can't be unconstitutional because the feds ain't doing nothing about it? So the feds ought to enact the same type of laws for these races.
Well,
They're killing us. You know that they're doing it. You know that they have a propensity to do it, and you still do nothing about it until it's too late. You're being reactive instead of proactive.
well, we need to bring the Black Panthers back. When we have our level of defense, when we have our level of presence, that conversation will change. I mean, that's very radical, but I think it needs to be done. I think we need to retool, we need to re-equip, and we need to be right in the face, non-violent, but right in the face of the enemy. And I am sick and tired of just not too long ago, the same thing happened in a black church right across the way from here. Right? So either we gonna wait for power to be given to us, or we gonna go out and we gonna take the power. And I'm on the side of let's go take the power. Let's get the Black Panther movement back going on, and let's do it in a different way, but a productive and very intimidating way.
I agree. I totally agree.
And look what the boy said. The
Because
boy said,
if they're not going to protect our communities from animals like this, we have to do it. And back, I mean, everybody knows that the Black Panthers were formed to protect our communities from the KKK and parasites like that in the first place. So
and corrupt, nasty police officers. One of
exactly,
yeah.
So I mean, I'm all for it.
Okay. So Jamar, what's your thinking?
America is sick. America is sick, and just like what y'all shared, that here it is. You can create laws to recall African people based on lyrics, but then just like I thought, D.L. Hughley said something I thought was absolutely relevant. But here go Tucker Carlson and others could fester and feed into not just Trump, but also Tucker Carlson and all them. But you all do nothing to them. You protect them. You allow them to say it's free speech and other things like that. But again, when it comes to oppressed people are always being punished. Where here go the oppressor will not punish their type. And this country is sick. And to show you how sick America is, that even when you kill that, when their own children get killed, you have segments of within their population who say it's not real. They say Sandy Hook is not real, and all that, it's not real. And so that's show you how sick they are. That they even at times will kill their own children with regards to this right here. But then what happened? Like Tuffle, good people have to rise up. They have to rise up and stand up to this constantly, not just for a moment, but constantly with regards to this. And just like they said that when this kid, or not kid, this sick person made his way into that neighborhood, that a brother did talk to him the day before. And so that they say he was out of place. And so that's the type of stuff. We had to, Dylan Roof was out of place when he was in Manual. But then we want to be so accepting. I'm like, we cannot be accepting to these people.
Nope. Not anymore.
They call the police on us when we just walk in that neighborhood that we live in.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
As soon as they saw him, they should hello? Yes, there is a white boy in our neighborhood.
Right. We don't know. He might be looking for drugs. You can say might be looking for drugs. Might be looking trying to do something else.
And as soon as they would have said, well, what is he doing? He just looks suspicious.
Right. He looks suspicious. That's right. Suspicious persons in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right. But
I mean,
yeah.
All
you got to feel that you got power. And so that one said, you don't feel you got power. Then like, no, we need to call them out. We think, it's okay. They're in our neighborhood. No, it's not. Why are they here? This neighborhood is predominantly African-American. And so, then you got to say something is up. And so just go and call them out because they do the same thing to us.
Yep.
When we are absolutely innocent.
Yeah. So if it's okay for them to ask us, well, why are you here? And I mean, and they will hold us.
Yes.
And, hold us hostage until the police come. Oh, okay. If it's good for you, Karen and Ken, we'll start policing our neighborhoods to make sure that y'all not up to something. So, yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, because you could be on the beach on Tybee Island on your phone doing a video, and they go tell the police that you using profanity on the phone.
Indeed.
So, and then the police come up to you, and I'm speaking from firsthand account with regard to that was my experience. So y'all know that was my experience. So
I remember that.
So why should I not call the police on some Caucasian kid or young man in the neighborhood? And I'm like, what is he doing here? That he's a strange person. So call the police. So we got to have our antennas up like that. Also saying, wait a minute, why is this Caucasian sitting inside Beulah Baptist Church, on Bible study? Like, we ain't never seen him before. What's up? Like, have somebody go like, yo, what's the deal? What are you doing here?
Yep. Because I'm jumping straight to he's doing recon.
Right.
You know,
Yes. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
jumping
Yes.
straight to that
Yes.
because I mean, nope.
And you ain't far fetched with regards to when you're gonna say, listen here, we got a history. This type of stuff happened. We got what happened, with regards to what happened in Manual. So again, I ain't off my rocker on this right here. I am legitimate because I have legitimate concern because it's been proven, it's been established, it's been shown.
Yep.
Well, let's even go back further. I want, we got, and Jamal, I think I told you about this. Let's go back to convicted slave laborers and how they were treated on some plantations.
Yes, I'm saying yes.
Well,
come on, y'all.
And we tie it all in. We tie it all in because everything is full circle.
Yeah.
We tie it all into
Absolutely.
how we are treated everywhere in this country, mostly everywhere in the world except Africa. Because you can even take it back to what happened to Alderwoman Gibson Carter. What they did was they went and played it on the news. They did a Freedom of Information so they could get the video and the reports that was made at City Council. The media plays a large part of assailing us. The media does more damage psychologically to us than what we're really suffering physically. The media does this. So it all comes full circle because the media plays such a big part in what is happening. Look what they did. If that was a black kid that did that, 18 years old, he would be dead. He just shot 10 people in the store, 13 people or something like that in the store. 3 outside and 10 in the store. So now they get to take him alive. Now these people are dying inside. Dying because he shot them. And they don't shoot him so they could get to the aid to the people inside. They negotiate his surrender. In the meantime, people are dying inside. So they talk him out of killing himself while people are inside dying that need aid. That's crazy.
And this is what I didn't like about the last few days that I've been watching the news. Here they are setting it up. They keep talking about mental health. Well, if he would have gotten treatment, maybe if he would have gotten treatment. And my thought is, how do you treat hate? There's no treatment for hate.
That's correct.
Because see, he said, and I quote, I selected this area because it was predominantly black.
Right. So that should kill mental evaluation right there. That should kill a mental evaluation. Why do they go straight to the mental hospital when they do something crazy, but we go straight to the electric chair?
Exactly. Because you remember the black man just about a month and a half ago in Brooklyn that shot up the train? Y'all remember that? He shot up the train. Yeah. And then about a day and a half later, he was at the McDonald's and he called the police on himself, and he told the police that hey, I'm at the McDonald's, and he was looking crazy as hell when they came and got him and handcuffed him and everything, and they never talked about his mental health. Whereas this man did have a history of mental issues. And you could look at him and see that he wasn't rat tight. But have they set up his, have they set up his defense on, well, he does have a history of mental issues.
Yeah.
Well,
and he didn't kill 10 people.
Well,
he shot 10 people, but he didn't kill 10 people.
Here's the bottom line, and a lot of people are not like this. I watched a documentary last night about Harriet Tubman, right? And Harriet Tubman, and the thing I gleaned from that is this: you're either going to be a slave by action, or you're going to be a slave up here. And so many of us are still slaves up here, and that's why we can't progress. See, you got those of us who really want to progress and do things different, but then you got the Ben Carsons and Clarence Thomases of the world that hold us back. And so, all of that I say that to say that we are either going to think collaboratively and move forward as a community, or we're going to be held back because those of us who are in power are selling us out, or they have this mentality of slavery still in their brains.
True. I mean,
like for me, there are times when, one thing about me too, and a lot of people, even Julius and you, Chandra, you're not afraid to talk and say what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? So many people want us to subscribe to certain things or do things because it's the right thing to do. I don't give a doggone flam bam what you think. I'm going to do what I want, what God has ordained me to do, whether it's good or bad. God is putting me in a situation to learn. If you don't like it, don't be around. If you don't like what I said, cover your ears. But at the end of the day, advocate for something that advances a community. Stop advocating for your own individual beliefs and stop believing everything you hear. And that's when we get that's liberation.
That's a great point because, and I hate to keep harping back to, since Jamal gone, I guess I could talk about it a few more minutes. I hate to talk about what happened, go back on the subject because, all these things correlate to, and they fall in the same group, You got here it is, a black city council that's holding back to take care of the black neighborhoods. And you got the 2 or 3 people that's on it, that's voicing their concerns. We had 4, and then 1 quit and went to the other side. I don't know what makes you think that you can just quit in the middle of a fight and fight with the other side when you were fighting on this side.
Because you was never really true to it.
Loyalty,
you're an opportunist.
Loyalty is a different thing to people.
Yeah.
You're an opportunist.
Yeah. So, and to call that name, who was that?
Estella Shabazz.
Okay. So
you're so messy.
So when you fighting for the people and people shutting you down, and then you got, it's this slave mentality, like you said. What you said earlier,
right? It's just, it's just, that master gonna come get us. We better go over here with Ben.
Yeah. So here you for 16 years, you said that you couldn't get nothing done because you were never in control. You never could get nothing done for that area of the city. Now you're the boss, where you got a majority council, and you still ain't even trying to do anything. You're not even going out there with faking it to act like you're trying to do anything. You can't say the arena belongs to you because the arena was done on another watch. But you were there for it, but it was done on another watch. And you still going to be 2 years behind on that. If you go over there, it don't look like they're making no progress whatsoever every day. So it's crazy. We're going to have a whole segment on that after a while. Like I said, when we have these crime summits and these symposiums on crime, then don't tell us that you don't want to come because you don't like who in the room. I don't like you either, but I'm going to be in there. So just come on. And the thing is, you don't come trying to lead when you ain't leading now. Just come and listen. Come and listen.
But
because there's no need if you're not leading now to try to come and lead later on.
You said a powerful thing now. And I'm not talking about the 3 councilwomen that we know are visible, but if this council really cared, if this administration of the city of Savannah really cared, they would be out sitting in these communities and just shut the hell up and listen. That's leadership to me. You don't always have the answer. And honestly, if you do have the answer, listen to the mom who lost a daughter. Listen to a family member who lost somebody that could have been a star in the NFL. Go listen to people and listen to their hurt. Then you realize the importance of why change is necessary and include them in that change. But stop getting on TV talking about all this bull crap, because I don't care what mask is out there. I don't care how well you're producing jobs. I care about people's lives and people's children and a future mom. But we got an administration that just don't see that. All they see is pockets in their dollars. I mean, dollars in their pockets.
Yeah, and that's terrible. The worst part about this whole thing is, though, he's taking the community for granted. He don't think that he needs to address any of the things that these women are bringing up, that all the women, Keisha Gibson Carter, all the women, Alicia Miller Blake, all the women, Bernetta Lanier, are bringing up. He don't think that he needs to give us any explanation whatsoever. And don't say, "Oh, geez, you live in Port Woodward." No, I own plenty of property in West Savannah. Matter of fact, I used to keep the mayor's campaign signs and stuff on that property.
And whether you live there or not, guess what's going to happen? It's going to spread to Garden City, and then it's going to spread to Port Wentworth. So people need to realize, and that's what pisses me off about people. Stop worrying about it. Stop saying, "Oh, it's not impacting me or my family." If anybody dies anywhere near you, or if COVID impacted you, didn't it? We thought it was just in China. See how that works? Stop waiting until it impacts you right into your front door and start caring about people beyond just yourself. People go through real trauma and pain, but we want to either ignore or we want to pack more pain and hurt on them. That's not how we operate. That's not. But then the same people start pulling script shot to support their foolishness.
Yeah, and it's coming to a door near you. It's coming to a house near you. All you gotta do is just hold on. It's coming.
Yeah.
How about the chief mentor situation? It was in the Monday Dish Rag, which passes itself off as a newspaper. They offered, I don't know what chief mentor supposed to be leaving. I don't know. He needs to get the hell on. Because for one thing, I know he ain't tough on crime. Because he has no ideas about how to fight crime. He's just one of those paper pushers that knows how to do it on paper.
Where did he come
Arizona
from?
or somewhere, Phoenix somewhere, I think. I don't know. Ain't no telling. He's one of those career chiefs that just travel around the world. Don't matter how bad you is. He's like the white coaches in the NFL. You can get fired. You can get and everything else, and you still got a job somewhere.
I hope she don't get mad for me saying this, but Tolbert should have been a police chief.
Yeah.
Julia Tolbert should have been a police
chief. Yes.
You know, anybody could have been the police chief better than this guy, because I don't think he really cares. They offered a $5,000 reward for the information leading to the arrest of this person that killed this 15-year-old girl in Yamacraw. But see, that's all a part of. Now they'll be saying we need to tear it down. No, you should have been keeping it up.
Exactly.
You should have been making it friendly enough for people to want to go down there. But you don't see nobody cleaning the place up no more. You seen them let it go into deplorable conditions. It's all a part of a plan. These people, and the bad thing about it is our own people that we put there are part of the plan, from City Hall to the Housing Authority Board.
Yeah, because they could put they could get grants and put cameras up in all of them projects.
That's correct. But you think they care? No, they don't even.
They don't care. No. They could care less.
Yeah, they don't care. And instead of building more affordable housing, they're just rewarding people who. They gave somebody $500,000 the other day, and I think they're gonna give it up to $1 million to build affordable housing, who ain't built no affordable housing yet.
But I'm gonna tell you what's happening.
This was a white contractor who and I'm telling you, man, the FBI need to be coming in doing a forensic audit and an investigation.
It's like every other city. But in the city of Savannah, I don't know if you go south side, like let's say from Tibet Avenue all the way like the 204. That's where people are being pushed and the other populations are going to Pooler or downtown. And then what's going to eventually happen is that you ain't gonna get the 5th district because we ain't, but you might get all around Montgomery, Civil Terrace and all that, but they're gonna redevelop those areas. That's the plan. If you just sit there and watch it and look, go outside next time and see how full up it looks.
And then the only person questioning it is who? The same 3 alderwomen. They are questioning all this wasteful spending. They're questioning all the status quo, under the table, friends helping friends. They're questioning all of that, and the people think that they're being disruptive. They're not being disruptive. They're doing something that we sent them there to do.
But you know what? That is the rap that Black women get when they question anything, when they speak up, or anything. You know, if they're not saying it in a Karen tone, they're deemed aggressive, combative, you know, hard to work with.
Lack of decorum, lack of tact.
You know,
no, you ain't listening to me no other kind of way, so I got to act up. That's the only way you're going to listen to me.
But it's not acting up to advocate.
Correct.
That's not acting up.
Correct.
You know,
to them, to the media, they're going to portray it as that because all these bougie Black people think that this is the way that you're supposed to act. No, you're supposed to go there and make sure things are handled correctly for the people because the people sent you there. Now, we ain't got but 2 minutes left, so y'all got any closing thoughts?
Just make sure you go out to vote. If you have not gone out to vote early. If you got to vote on the voting day, your employer is obligated by law to give you at least an hour or at least time to go vote. So go and vote. No excuses.
Please go vote.
Okay, Robert, you can handle the first part of Shantae.
Oh yeah, I'll holler at you.
Great show coming up. On they're going to talk a little bit on the Buffalo shootings and other unjust things that are happening across this country. So y'all tune into that at 9:00 in the next 4 minutes. Shantae McLaughlin and Nikki Rabble, they her new co-host. They're going to be highlighting a bunch of cases.
All
you
right.
Good, Sandra?
I'm good, guys. Y'all have a great rest of the weekend.
And we appreciate you keeping it in check this week, and we love you.
All right. Love you guys too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Like this.